Welcome back, boxing fans, experts, so-called experts and casuals. Paragon of boxing here. Had to wear the Las Vegas hat, man, because of what happened last night in Vegas. We had Crawford and Canelo. And I said it on purpose. I said Crawford and Canelo because originally they had Canelo versus Crawford. But what happened last night? It was Crawford versus Canelo because, man, he got his butt whipped. I'm talking about all over the ring. Like he said something bad about his mama or something. I don't know. But, Crawford, man, he put on a master class. It was, the judges got it it was kind of crazy because they scored it. Okay, so we're gonna get into that. First, let me just give a shout out. My last video, I gave on my short, gave a shout out to Bill Haney. So let me just do that. Shout out to Bill Haney for putting the battery in Crawford's back and telling him, hey man, you can actually beat Canelo. Go and do your thing and make it easy and get that money. So he shout out to Bill Haney. Appreciate you, man, because without you, hey, it would have never happened. So all respect due to Mr. Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father. If y'all don't know, Devin Haney is a world champion. He's also an undisputed champion. But now we're talking about Terence Bud Crawford, who is a 3-time undisputed champion in 3 different weight divisions, in 140, 147, and now 168, super middleweight. Took all Canelo belts and also got the Ring magazine. And he's like a 4-time 4-weight lineal champ. Only Mayweather and Pacquiao have done that. And just different undisputed champs. And no one has really done that since Henry Armstrong back in the 1930s. And the only other person that has that distinction right now is Clarissa Shields, the GOAT, the female champion over there, man. She's incredible, also with 2 Olympic gold medals. But Bud Crawford, I'll tell you, what can I say? They doubted him. They said, oh, well, he's too old. It's the age, right? He's getting ready to turn 38 in 2 weeks. So they was like, well, he's older than Canelo, so he has to be slowing down or whatever. We have to watch out for that. He beat Father Time and Canelo at the same time. He whooped both of them behind. He punched Canelo with the right hand and hit Father Time with the left. He was knocking both of them all over the ring. They said, oh, well, his muscles, right? He might be a little bit too bulky. No, actually, he carried it pretty good. He never got tired. He never got fatigued. I was thinking that maybe if he bulked up too much, and then just like everybody else, I was praying. I said, oh, Lord, please don't let him get tired. Once you put on more muscle mass, your body and your muscles need more oxygen. So I was like, man, I hope he doesn't tire himself out. But then I thought about it. Bud trains in Colorado, right? So that altitude, man, his stamina is still impeccable. To be 37, almost 38, his stamina is incredible right now. He can still fight. I mean, most people are calling for him to retire. Honestly, I don't know if he's going to retire or not because I think he still wants to fight. To be honest with you, I think he still got a good 3 or 4 or 5 fights left. The way he looked last night, he never really took a serious beating. If you think about it, who really gave him a serious beating? You never seen him all beat up. So I think he has a good 2 or 3 more years left in him. But they also talked about his experience. They said, well, Canelo has more experience. Yeah, he has more experience, but he also has more wear and tear on his body too, and it showed last night. I think that was huge because Bud did look like the fresher of the two, so that was big. They talked about Bud's resume, right? They said, oh, his resume sucked. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't really fight anybody. Well, his resume probably is not all as great as Canelo's because guess what? No one really wanted to fight him. Remember, they was talking about the whole other side of the street thing with the PVC? He could have fought. You think he wouldn't have beat um, Danny Garcia, he would have smoked Danny Garcia. He smoked the guy that smoked Danny Garcia. Like, he beat Earl, right? He beat Sean Porter. He would have beat Keith Thurman. Yes, he would have beat Keith Thurman also. So he would have beat Keith Thurman. He would have beat Danny Garcia. He already beat Sean Porter and beat Earl. He would have beat all of them, okay? Then his resume would have looked impressive. But, hey, it's not your plan, it's God's plan, right? Even Bud said, hey, God had a way of doing things. It was his plan, and he's glad that he's able to do what he want to do now. So I'm happy for him. They said he was too small. Canelo was too big, right? They always said he had no personality. They said he couldn't really sell. It was a lot of stuff that was just going on. Now he's like really showing that skills pay the bills. He's about to get some big money fights. This next fight he get from Turkey, Al Sheikh, is probably going to be $100 million. If he does the rematch with Canelo, he can ask for $100 million. Matter of fact, they might get $100 million apiece this time. Instead of, that whole 150 for Canelo and 50 for Bud, they might get 100 apiece. I can see that happening. He got all the belts now. He called the shots. But yeah, I just want to man, I want to talk about the scorecards too. Oh man. Well, actually, before we get into the scorecards, let's talk about the third round when Canelo. This when I knew that it was like kind of like going downhill for Canelo. He got frustrated in the third round visibly when he almost freaking WWE threw Terence over the ropes like it was Royal Rumble or something. Well, what was going on with that? It was kind of crazy. I'm like, what? What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? He trying to throw the man over the ropes. And he did the same thing when Bivol actually frustrated him. So that's when I knew that Crawford was going to, well, that's when I knew it was like, I said, okay, he's frustrated. If Bud can keep frustrating him, he's going to win. But when I really knew that Crawford was in control, when he put up his high guard like this, his hands half open a little bit, like so he can catch shots. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Bud put up his high guard like this, he did the same thing on Earl. When he realized you can't hurt me, and I don't have to and then he started dropping his hand, kind of almost baiting Canelo to kind of swing. When he started dropping his hand and he wasn't too cautious, when Bud put up that guard like this with his hands half open, me and my cousin looked at each other at the same time. We was like, did you see that, cuz? That's the same thing he did to Earl. Same thing he did to Spence when he did like this. That right there always tells me he's comfortable, he know you can't hurt him, and he about to whoop your behind. I got to go back and look at the fight again. But I was thinking it was right around this 7th, 8th, 9th round. It was, I got to look at it again. But when he did like that, y'all go back and watch the fight. And when he put up that hard guard like this, and he started coming at him like this, and standing there in the pocket, oh my God, man. I said, yep, Canelo's done. It's just a matter of time. I just, I'm like, he's cooked. I already knew that Bud was too comfortable. But yeah, man, Bill Haney, man, he definitely put a battery in Crawford's back, man. He told him, he gave him the confidence that I want to know what that. I really want to know. I want to be a fly on the wall. I want to know what they talked about, to get that fight in his head. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you can really do it. He's not that big. You're taller than him. You got longer reach. You know what I'm saying? Touch him up to the Bible. Yeah. Just watch out for this shot, that shot. So, yeah, I want to see what that's about. Let's talk about the scores. Let's do that. Let's talk about the two judges that scored 115, 113, which meaning, for anybody that don't know, is that they scored 7 rounds to Bud and 5 rounds to Canelo. Saul, right? So, Tim Cheatham, that's the funny part. Why is his last name Cheatham? Is that what he does? He cheats him? His last name is Cheatham. Like, get that man out of here, okay? This man, in what planet did Canelo win 5 rounds? Is this an alternate universe? Am I on a multiverse with freaking Miles Morales or something? Or Doctor Strange? I felt like Doctor Strange last night, because how did he get 5 rounds? He might have got 3 at the most. At the most. I think I gave him round 5 and round 9 or so. 8 or 9. Like 2 rounds. I'll be generous and give him 3. But 4 or 5? Even the one judge scored 116, 112, and that was kind of pushing it. Well, Judge Steve Weinfeld, 16, 112. 116, 112. And like I said, Tim Cheatham did 115, 113. And who's the other guy? Max DeLuca. Max DeLuca did 115, 113 also. I don't want Max or Tim to be freaking judges. Somebody to look out for these guys. Hey, whatever. Come see me. You know what I'm saying? But they don't need to be, if they're going to judge like that, come on, man. Anybody can see that was not 5 rounds. Canelo did not win 5 rounds. On what planet? All right? Mars, Jupiter, Pluto? No. Stop playing. But anyways, man, that's all I wanted to say. I don't really have too much more. I'm not gonna make this video too long. Sorry to get kind of long right now. But appreciate you, Bill Haney, for getting getting that thought process going with Bud, making him think about it. And Bud, I appreciate you, man, for the masterclass. That was a beautiful performance. Canelo also gave him his flowers too. I seen him, giving Bud his props when he gave him his belts back. Bud gave him his belts back and everything like that. It was all love. Bud was high-fiving his kids and stuff and shaking his wife's hand. It was beautiful. So I think it was no bad blood. They probably should do a rematch. It wouldn't be no different. Bud would still win. And he'll be $100 million richer. So yeah, that's probably the only fight he really has, right? Like, what other fight is he gonna really take? He's not gonna go up to fight Bivol, right? That's too much. He's not gonna go down to fight like Charlo or Boots. That's too low. Well, he's gonna go 160. I mean, whatever. I guess be undisputed champion at 160. Be 4 division. Go ahead and go to 160 and whoop all them jokers at 160 and become. And they suck. So it's easy work. It's a cakewalk. Go beat everybody at 160, dominate them, and become undisputed at 140. But people are still gonna talk trash. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if because you only fight like once a year. If you fight 2 or 3 times a year, you might be able to catch Mayweather's record. But hey, at this point, you've done everything you need to do. Bud's done everything he needed to do. He's just a special guy, man. Once, a generation, we get a special fighter. Not good, not great, but special. Terence Bud Crawford is special. Let's just put that out there right now. He has the it factor. He has intangibles. He has things that you can't teach and things that you can teach. But he has certain things that you can't teach, man, that it's just ingrained in you as a child. He knew he was going to win. He already said before it was written. He believes in God, and because he believes in God, he believed in himself. He said it was already written by God. And that was beautiful. So, Crawford, man, hey, man, you did a great job. And somebody hit up Bill Haney and tell him to come do an interview with me so I can pick his brain a little bit. But that's pretty much it. Y'all have a good one. Subscribe to the channel. All right, I'm trying to get my channel to grow. So send it out to everybody, okay? Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. We're gonna grow this thing. I'm almost to 400. I'm trying to get to 4,000, okay? By the end of the year. If we can do that. All right.